Clifton, Morella, and Gabriela. So I'm gonna start with my humble presentation. Very basic, but very powerful. So my name is Gerardo Rodriguez. I go by Gerard nowadays. I'm the New York State contract reporter, administrator. Has any of you have heard of the New York State contract reporter, Clifton or Estrella?
No.
Okay.
No, I have not either.
Got it, got it. So the New York State Contract Reporter is the official newsletter where New York State agencies are required to post ads when the purchase value is above $50,000. They are encouraged to post ads below 50,000, but not required. So we can see a variety of opportunities out there. But I'm gonna be very honest for the type of business that I've been listening. I look at the ads daily. That's what I do. I even approve some ads, and there are like every time that I talk with entrepreneurs that are more tailored to consumer, it's usually like individuals, right, that will demand like beauty services, right, and things like that. It's more limited in the government side, right, that they're gonna be demanding those products. However, what in the business where Clifton is training of dogs, there is a possibility that the New York State Police might need to buy trained dogs, right, for the police forces, right? So I'm always open to explore to see what we can find, right? Because I'm gonna give you a walkthrough of the functionality of this powerful website where opportunities are posted daily, right? But but again, like I need to be very transparent, right? Like there are three main markets, right? I don't know if you have heard the B2C, business to consumer. You're a business owner serving mainly consumer, right? Direct customers, right? Business B2G, business to government. That's another channel, right? This is the channel that you're tuning in today, right? What government opportunities are out there. And the third channel, just for your information, is B2B, business to businesses, right? Where part of the manufacturing is producing a manufacturing facility in Mexico and they sell it to another manufacturing facility in the US and they complete and manufacture a vehicle, right? That is a B2B, right? So those are the three channels, right? So you every time that you're trying to develop a market, right? You have to think on that. Where's my client actually, right? And again, we can give it a try to see if I have seen crazy things though. Like for example, one time I was helping dentist that he wanted to evaluate if there was any opportunity in government related to his services, and we actually found an opportunity because the community of corrections, they hire dentists, like on-call dentists to serve inmates, right? So sometimes it's kind of interest. That's why I always uh open to explore. I see that someone else joined, Betty.
Yes.
Would you mind sharing if you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, and what business you're in?
Okay, good evening, everyone. I am and I know it might not be in vogue right now, but I'm a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant, a retired educator, and I do all sorts of things.
Fantastic. Thank you so much and welcome.
Thank you.
I saw that there was someone else. Cindy, would you like to tell us more about you? If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, and what business you're in? Cindy's not.
Hi.
Oh, Hi,
Hi,
Cindy.
can you hear me? Hi,
Yes, we can hear
uh,
you.
my name is Cindy Wilson. I am a business coach, entrepreneur, and I um, teach business coaching. I do business coaching rather for entrepreneurs.
Are you part of the Suffolk EAC or you are independent business coach?
Yes, I'm part of the Suffolk
Oh, you're
EAC.
part of Suffolk.
Ye-
Fantastic.
Yes,
Great.
thank you.
And I see David, would you like to share a little bit about yourself and in what business you're in?
Yes, how you doing? I don't know
Good.
if you can. Good. I'm a independent photographer. I just got my WNBE certification, um, and I also do. I am familiar with the New York State contract reporter.
Nice.
I signed up for that through Suffolk Community College. The business entrepreneurial services that they offer at Suffolk. So I have a small business, photography business that's doing pretty well. So
Amazing.
that's my spiel.
Fantastic. And just to clarify, are you New York City certified or New York State certified?
New York State.
Fantastic, because that's a common misconception sometimes, right? And I always like to ask that question just to double check.
Right.
I see another name there, S. Hill. Would you like to share a little bit to us in what business you're in? Let's see. What about Gabriela? Is your mic working now?
Yeah, it works a lot better now. I found out how to use it.
Nice.
I'm not currently an entrepreneur, but I'm taking business in Suffolk right now. And one day my goal is to be able to own my own custom automotive shop. Right now I have a couple certifications and I'm currently working as like a fleet technician. So I am just working my way up there, getting as much experience as I can before I try to pursue that.
Amazing. Gabriela, do you mention what type of technician skills you have, you said?
Right now I'm a fleet technician, so that comes with dealership certifications. So I'm getting my dealership certifications, and I already have previously like a couple of New York State certifications just for oil changes, knowing proper like steps to take in certain things. So stuff
Got
that
it. Got it. Got it. Great. So, fantastic. Welcome. I think oh, Melrose, would you like to share a little bit to everybody in what business you're in?
So I do several things. I am an author, um, moving into a motivational speaking. I also create, and what am I doing? I also create empowerment journals for women. So I'm here for
Mhm.
myself, but I'm also program director for a nonprofit. So I'd be interested in kind of looking and see what else I can do with this as well.
Fantastic. Welcome. So yeah, as I was mentioning, the New York State contract reporter hosts ads above $50,000 published by New York State agencies, authorities, libraries, water district, fire district, and New York State benefit corporations, right? So their demands quite vary, right? And I'm gonna show you how to identify and to utilize these tools so you can identify opportunities for yourself. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. So with that said, let me switch the view and I'm gonna share what would you look if you want to open an account? So, the first thing that you're gonna look is the nyscr.ny.gov. That's the web page, right? And this is the landing page. If you want to start to open an account, the first step is to click this green button. Click here to get started. Once you click that, and a couple of options will pop up, and you have to select a business entity account. Once you create my account, you have read the terms of service, you complete these easy 4 prompts requesting you your email, you can create a username, your password, right? Basic information. The last steps, uh, once you submit it, they will send you an activation code. You visit your email, and then you will activate your account, right? So it's pretty easy. It's the account is free, so you don't have to pay anything. It's a not cost to you, right? Once you open the account, this is what you're gonna see. This will be your landing page once you successfully log in. Let me see.
Can you give that email again, please?
Sorry?
The email address. I didn't see it or hear it
Oh,
to get onto
you
this.
mean the website link?
Yeah.
nyscr.ny.gov. I can copy and paste it in the chat. Uh, there it is. Boom. So this will be your landing page. So here we have interesting stats, how many opportunities were posted today, opportunities in the last 7 days, the total available opportunities right now. But the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to manage account and set up your opportunity profile. So once you click on that, you will have business classification or business categories available to you. Based on your business offering, you can select, for example, the EEI consultant, right? So that is something that is related to administrative. We can hover over the blue bubble and we can see more details about what this business category actually means. And in this case, we can see that it's general consulting, training, research, evaluation, temporary labor, translation, hearing, reporting, insurance, call centers, sign language interpretation, and so forth, right? So if you see, we have around 27 business categories, right? And if you have any trouble identifying, I do offer one-on-one to properly set these up. And then you have to identify the proper column. In the government contracts, commodities means physical products, right? An agenda, right? Like a beverage. These are physical products, a piece of furniture, right? And in the consulting other services, that's more related to services. Actually give you the detailing here. Commodities are material goods. Oh, sorry about that. Material goods, supplies, products, constructions, items, or other standard articles. In the services, consulting and other services, except with respect to contracts for state printing, the performance of a task or task may include a material good or a quantity of goods. So these are strictly services. So for the DEI consultant that is participating today, this will be the right option, right?
Okay.
As limited as you are selecting your business categories, because you will feel like, oh, I don't find the proper, where do I find training canines, right? Like, where is the dog trainers will fit, right? So in that case, we're gonna do another approach that I will show you a little later. But this is the drill, right? The blue bubbles here are here to help you identify the closest business category that pertains to your business offering. Once you do the selection of the business categories, you have the option to select statewide, that you can supply the whole state, or you can go by regions, right? By counties, and you can
Yes.
select, and you will only receive opportunities related to New York City. Then I recommend if you're starting up to select these all ad types so you will see all the available ads, and as you go and review the available opportunities, then you narrow it down. Once the alert, you need to turn on the alert and click this little box that says, don't send me an e-alert if no opportunities match my profile. Otherwise, they will
You're
send you
getting, yeah,
irrelevant opportunities for you, right? Once you click here, update my profile, these is you will start to receive daily e-alerts with the ads related to the category that you have selected, the business category, the location, right? And you will have my opportunity list. That this is always going to be your homepage, right? This is where this list of 31 opportunities, it's a narrow list from these 913 opportunities, right? Because you are controlling it with the opportunity profile, right? So here you have, right, all the related opportunities for that. For the canine, I'm gonna do a different approach because I'm uncertain under which business category that will be. So what I will do is go to advanced search and type, let me see. I will try with dog. I have to say that this search box, it's not as advanced as Google, where they can interpret different types in different positions. This one, the best way to retrieve results, it's using a single and singular word. That is the best way. Two words, it's possible, but you're risking it. If you don't have any other option, go for it. It might retrieve something for you. So I'm just gonna select the keyword for now, dog. You have other options to select categories and all of that. I'm gonna walk you over that, but I'm very curious to see what is retrieving on this side. Let's see. Okay. Wyoming County Dog Shelter, Maui Project. Interesting. MWBE apprenticeship, interior improvement, top animal shelter. Oh, but this seems that it's, do you see this light pink in the title? That means that this is a contractor ad. Contractor ads are subcontracting opportunities. These type of ads are not posted by New York State agencies. These are posted by private companies. In this case, Preferred Construction Inc. This is related to the construction of the dog shelter, right? This seems that it's also related to construction, right? So let's see what else. New York State Companion Animal Capital Projects Fund. Interesting. Agriculture and Markets, New York State Department. It's like consulting. I'm curious to find out more. So to learn more about the ad, you can click view this ad and you will find out more details. I'm gonna expand it a little bit more so it's more friendly. There it is. Okay. So I always say this to entrepreneurs, business owners that are trying to break into government contracts. Government contracts are mainly two things that you have to be prepared mentally. Uh, Lots of reading and lots of paperwork, right? So keep that in mind. So you have to be strategic about how you assess opportunities so you are more efficient in landing your first contract. The New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets invites eligible municipal and incorporated not-for-profit pound shelter human societies and rescue facilities, excluding rescues operating from a residence, to submit proposal for funding consideration for the Companion Animal Capital Project Fund. Interesting. Nothing that it will help my friend in here that is a canine trainer, but it's related to dogs, right? So I want to see if I can find something more appropriate for him. Oh, so right now I'm still in advanced search. That means that the search is being done in the open and recently closed ads. I'm gonna show you how to go into the past, how to search the archives, but I want to give it another try with can let me see, or let me try dog. Well, oh, this will be good. If I go here, search the archives, and I'm gonna go here with dog training. Let's see, and I can go back 10 years. I'm gonna go with 8. So let's see, November 1st, 2017. I have to select the date range. So I'm conducting a research of this keyword. Remember, I am violating my rule of one word in a singular. So I'm risking it with 2, but let's see what it can retrieve. And I'm selecting the date range from November 1st, 2017 to November 1st, 2024. Let's see what it retrieves. 0 ads. Let me see if I go with dog only. Let's see. 2016. 19 opportunities, BPC dog runs upgrade design. Oh, and I'm gonna do another one to remove all the construction because our friend here today is not into building shelters, right? It's training the dog, so I can actually unselect um all categories, but not the construction. Right, so I can select all. Let's see, all but construction. Did I select construction? Oh, yeah. And I can select
Oh, boy.
all. Someone has the mic open. Let's see. Once I do the search, oh, nothing comes up. That's sad. But let me try to do another search for you. I heard that there was a motivational speaker, or so let me try that. Motivational. I'm in advanced search. I'm in the current open opportunities, live presentation, safety and security. Do you see this ad type? Notice of sole source. This is not a business opportunity. They're just notifying you that uh that they are getting into a contract with another company. So this is an easy someone. Hey Jay, can you help me muting the participants? Let me
Sure.
see. Thank you. So I'm gonna go search the archives. Oh, let me try this coaching. Let's see if something it's retrieved. I'm gonna go back a few years. Right. This is part of, oh, is there really an opportunity for us in this system? Has anybody in the past, any agencies have posted this? Because to be quite honest, the government contracts, like 70% are construction related, right? Then the other 30% are between professional services, right? Also engineers, architects, um, and then what, oh, and then supply of products, right? So that those are the 3 major categories. All the others is very, very limited. So look here, executive coaching, fantastic. Oh, recently it was posted by a research foundation of the State University of New York. Finally something, right? cognitive coaching, presentation and facilitation, professional development, Buffalo Board of Education, executive coaching services on a call-in basis during 2023 through 2026. Oh, that was very interesting. So it seems that for coaching, there have been opportunities. Let me try, maybe if there's a few posted in the past, maybe there is one posted right now. So let me see. Coaching and healthcare education and life skills program. Interesting. Solicitation of interest, pyramid model statewide implementation, workforce training, building operation and maintenance. So it seems that it's part of the training available, right? That you can perform. If you have a specialty related to this, even better. Literacy professional development services, the DOE, strategy energy management program. But the most interesting related to coaching, it was this. So I'm curious to see more. So now I'm gonna deep in more in this ad. If you see, always they're gonna give you a brief description, the sources of funds, what is this about, and look at this, the certification that one of our participants was mentioning. Here it will have value because these contract ad, they have to fulfill a 15% MBE goal. So having been certified MBE, WBE, or MWBE, it's great. So let's see, what is this about? The New York State Department of Health Office of Primary Care and Health System Management Office of Healthcare Workforce Innovation announced the availability of 19.5 million annually in New York State funding to support the healthcare education and life skills program. Interesting. So it seems quite a program. Okay, they announced it, but it doesn't tell me what this is about, right? So we have the contact information in the tab in here, and I want to go to the documents. And here is where you're gonna find all the documents related to the ad. The one that I want to see is this is an important request for applications, request for proposals, uh, request for bids. Those are the main documents that will contain the bulk of the information. All of these are attachments. These are forms that you have to fill out if you're interested in this type of opportunity. And I'm curious, we're gonna deep in a little bit more. And look, this is a 32 pages, right? So the first thing that I like to do when I see this is to do Control F and then type scope to see the scope of work, right? So let me see. An applicant may subcontract components of the work plan to be performed by applicants. Oh, so they call it work plan. Let me go back here. Work plan. That's the project narrative. Here it is, right? Projects funded under this initiative will increase the healthcare workforce in the region by providing support services for those pursuing careers in healthcare. Applications submitting in response to these requests for applications should demonstrate the applicant's ability to design, implement, and monitor a project provide targeted and measurable support to healthcare students or trainees. Organizations should also demonstrate the capacity to offer intervention or wraparound support services to healthcare students or trainees. Interesting. The New York State Department of Health Office of Primary Care and Health Systems Management considers the composition of the next generation of healthcare professionals as vital to achieving health equity in New York State. Okay, so it seems that is support to them so they can complete the study of for what I'm reading, right? So it goes beyond coaching, right? It seems that they might have they might need a specialty in this case, right? So that's what I always invite to you that you're trying to break into government contracts, if you're evaluating where the opportunity is to reflect on yourself and say, where is my edge? Because in the government contract, the edge will help you to increase the probabilities, right? If you don't find the contract today, it's going to be there sooner or later, right? So that is something to keep in mind. And here is a quick assessment. If I'm an executive coaching and this is already throwing me to something that I do not have background or expertise on it, it's better to move on. But this is how the ads are typically posted, and you can give it a try, right? If there is any updates posted to this ad, you will find additional documents here. Once the contract is awarded, the agencies will typically or ideally post the bid results in this section. You can share this ad if you are part of an EAC and you find out that this might be more relevant to a friend. You can share it via email or copy the link and share it to the person of interest. Then you can also bookmark this ad, and this will save it in your home screen. If I click save, yes, then I'll show you where it is. You can also print it as a PDF for your reference or documentation. And also you can subscribe for notifications, especially if you're interested in the ad, you want to save it to include yourself in the notification. So if there is any updates, amendments, you will receive a notification about it, right? So in my home, you can go and find your bookmarks. Let's see. 1 second. I don't know why it's taking so long. It's loading. Well, in the meantime, you can see the title here, the agency, the division. Oh, I know that when I was going through that, let me go back so I can complete this section. The CR number is a number assigned by the contract reporter. When the ad was issued, the due date, this is important. By law, most of the ads have to be posted 15 business days. So keep that in mind. Most of them are posted with that timeline in mind. So if you if you if you if you want to bid, you have to be ready with the documents readily available, with narratives readily available, because remember, it's a lot of documentation, right? The classification that we were looking at the beginning, how this ad was classified. So let me go back to home. Hopefully now it's faster than before. Okay, let's give it a few secs. And oh, here is the bookmark ads. This is the list controlled by the opportunity profile. This is the bookmark ads that you have saved, the one that I just saved. And I can check all the open opportunities too, right? The 913 opportunities and sort it out, display up to 50, and sort out the latest the latest ad published, and we can find out this was overnight CDL tractor trailer drivers, right? And again, view this ad. That's how you will explore the ad. So remember, advanced search is for current and open opportunities today. Search the archives is to do historical search of what is available, right? To do your own research. I know that photography, for example, well, let me see if there is even photography available. Photo. Graphic, okay. That's pretty decent, right? So DBE opportunity, West Nyack Hamlet revitalization phase. This is a contractor ad. So here the paperwork is lower than from an agency, right? Because you're dealing with a company, right? And let me see what is the photography that they're looking for. Photo. Oh, construction photography. I have heard of this, like the phases, right? The initial the how the project started, the development of the project, and how it ended. That is a typically need of construction photography. And remember, like I was mentioning earlier, there is a lot of construction projects here, and mostly they subcontract this type of business, right? Construction photography is very demanded, right? Because there's a lot of construction projects, right? And to go over here, then we have the business registry. This is an online directory that you can join in. And when I show you the creation of the account, that information, only the system administrator can see it, right? That is just for the creation of the account. Nobody else can see your account, no other business or anything. But when you go and create the business registry, then other businesses, agencies can find your business. You can, similarly to the MWB directory that David is in right now, or that you might qualify to be in, here it's open to anybody. A small business, big business, it doesn't matter, right? This is an online directory, also at no cost to you. It's basically free publicity, right? Where you can select your industry code, your business description, but the only requirement that we need is the DUNS number. If you're not familiar with the DUNS number, this is the Data Universal Numbering System, abbreviated DUNS. It's a system developed and regulated by Dun and Bradstreet. It's a free number to obtain. We have the link in here. You have to obtain the number first prior to start the process and create the business registry. You might also want to have identified the NAICS code. This is industry codes related to your product or service. So you can do a Google search, type your service, and see which NAICS codes it's assigned, right? A Google search, like I can try to do right now, right? Let me see. Can I training NAICS code? And then they will give me pet care services, including veterinary such as training, boarding, grooming, sitting, and walking. Pet care services. Yeah, so that will be the NAICS code in that case, right? So let's see. So that's the business registry. Again, the second option, join the registry to start the process. Free advertised to you. Then I'm going to show you the notices and reports. The eight entities like EACs or Small Business Development Corporation or Procurement Technical Assistance Centers that provide these type of assistance related to procurement post events in here, webinars and things like that, so you can be notified of these events. But also there are these procurement reports, right? So the procurement reports is looking a little bit to the future of small purchases, right? So in these small purchases, sometimes it's easier for some people to identify what an agency will be buying in the next 3 months. Other times it's more difficult, right? Like the canine training, it's hard to identify the categories, right? Let me give it a try. I need to find that. Like I need to find something. So let me see if I can do that. Because I need to identify what is the appropriate business category for that business offering. That's the challenge sometimes, right? So I'm risking it with 2 words. In the open, nothing. Let me try in the archives. All the way 10 years. Let's see. 0. No. Oh, well, nothing on this side. So continuing with the procurement reports, right? These are 3 months ahead. This is a report from October 2024 to December 2024. And here it is, right? To give you the City University of New York, always buying, right? Advertising, graphic design, and marketing commodities, products, right? So maybe usually the agency buys a lot of marketing products, right? Marketing assets, swag, right? That's a typical thing that they buy. um, Apparel, commodities, maybe uniforms, right? Um, Construction again, right? From a build up, masonry, right? Like usually masonry, to be quite honest, is gonna be subcontracted by a prime contractor, a general contractor that will subcontract all the trades. It will not be directly hired by an agency. So let me see what else. Like if you are educational consultant, it will be educational and recreational, but it will be the services, right? Otherwise, these are products related to education, right? So maybe agendas, books, or things like that, right? Financial consulting and other services, the New York State Department of Civil Service. If you're a financial advisor, you might want to reach Timothy Welch, right? And be in contact with them. So this is helpful information once you figure out the appropriate business category. And again, I offer one-on-ones to take my time and go over this with you, identify the appropriate business categories. If you think that government is your target market, right? It's actually a potential client of your products and services, right? We can do a deeper dive and I'll always something that I always recommend if you cannot find the products is to brainstorm a list of different keywords related to all the products and services that you offer and run them once in a while in the advanced search, right? Only single and singular words, right? And run it, right? Like whatever is your offering, right? You can come up with a list and run it every week, every 2 weeks, every month, right? And then let me see what else we have in here. My opportunity profile. Oh, I was told that, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do one more search. Maybe this is of interest. Concessions. Has anybody heard about concessions? Hello, hello.
Vaguely, is that where you can have your product in another person's business and they sell it and get a portion of the proceeds?
Yeah, that's one type of concession. That's typically the retail concession. When we're talking about concession in government, it's more like if there is a cabin in a park, you can actually get a concession to utilize that cabin to sell coffee and bakery. And usually,
Oh,
And usually it's more restricted because sometimes they have like price limits and things like that. But or cafeterias within a state building, those are the type of concessions that you can find in this website. Let me see. Rental car concession at Buffalo Niagara International Airport. Let me see if I find something interesting. Nothing that has taken my, let's see, Maple. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I think I'm already used to do the, just want to see operation of camp store concession. Look, this is by the New York State Office Parks and Recreation. Recently closed, right? From October 1st, it was open from October 4th to October 30th. Operation of a camp store. So that these are the type of things that also SUNY has in the parking spaces where you need to go through a concession so you can have your food truck. That is also something that is published in here. Let me see if I can see another one that might be interesting. Uh,
So, like for example, I've
mhm.
s- I went through the airport, a
Yes.
few airports this weekend, and I saw um, like massage therapists. Well, not therapists,
Yes.
but people like getting massages in one of the booths that they had in airports. So that would be like also the same thing.
Right. If they are operating kind of outside of a store, the process might be different. But if they are operating within a store, yes, the Niagara I saw the whatever entity that administered the airport, they will post it in here, right? Sometimes some part of the airports are privately owned and it will be a traditional lease, or other times, yes, it's gonna be called a concession and they advertise it in here. So let me see. Do you have any other question?
Oh
Anybody?
no, thank you. I that answers my question.
Okay, thank you,
I
Steve.
have a question in relationship to the business registry, but when
Yes.
you can go ahead, because it seems like what you mentioned, I have all the things that you need for that. Now you stated that that's strictly advertising because I have like the DUNS number and all of that stuff.
Nice.
So you're saying that is free to actually join that?
Yes, it is free.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That seems to be something that I will be looking into
Yeah,
more.
yeah, and usually, and if you're interested in doing construction photography, you should include all those keywords, right? Reflect on how agencies or businesses might try to find your offering, right? Um, and that will help you to stand out of the list. Um, yep. Let's see. I want to see if there is something else into camp store concession at Lakeside State Park. Interesting. Again, the New York State Park and Recreation recently closed. This is for food and beverages. So yeah, this is another type of business that is out there. Let me see. And I think that is it's a this is the basic one so you can actually identify opportunities for yourself. And then we have the procurement resources page. Uh, if you haven't heard of the Office of General Services, this is the purchasing power of the state. They manage centralized contract. Basically, if they want to buy paper, they do it like in a centralized way instead of each agency by generating a contract to buy paper. Everybody can just place an order to the authorized seller, right? So that is another aspect of it, but you can explore all of that in here in the Office of General Services. The vendor responsibility, it's It's a questionnaire that you can fill out. This is also where you obtain your vendor ID. This is necessary to get paid by the state if you're doing business directly with the state, because if you are performing construction photography for a company, of course, the company is going to pay you and you don't actually need this. But if you're doing business with a state agency, authority, you definitely need the vendor ID, the MWBE. If you believe that you are eligible for this, you can visit their website here as well. If you're a service disabled veteran owned business, also you can get a certification. These are the two state certifications available. And the combination, when I see them, these business do really well because it opened lots of opportunity, right? I have seen construction companies with these two certifications, they're like, yeah, doing pretty well. Here it's if you want to learn more about government contracting, there is a nice guide, the OGS, and we have put together where you can find out more details. But again, I'm always there if you have any question, if you get any bump in the road, I'm the person behind the contact us. So you can submit a ticket in here and I can help you out to figure it out. What is the next step of how to resolve this for you, right? This is the Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority, right? Uh, they do business a little bit different. So we have a link to them. For the city, the same, right? The city has their own system. It goes through passport. They have the PIP number, right? It's another ecosystem, right? The state, they have the New York State Contract Reporter, the bank rep, right? And the SFS, statewide financial system. So those are the three major ecosystems of state government contracts. We have linked to the SBA. Here you can find templates of the capability statement, which is something if you want to participate in an event, you must have a capability statement. If you don't know what is that, is basically the resume of your company, right? What is your specialty, your industries, a brief description of your business. It's a profile of your business and what contracts have you performed, right? And every time that you go to an event, they will say, can you show me your capability statement? Because the procurement agents are collecting those and sometimes they place it in what they call bidders or prefer vendor list, right? Especially for purchases below $50,000 where they don't have to advertise, uh, they will check their capability statement to see, oh, I remember David, he's a photographer, right? Let me give it a call so I can get a quote from it. Or they will use, when the opportunities are below $50,000, they will use the business registry. Use a keyword, as I was trying to find opportunities for you guys. They will use keywords to identify business that can perform the service or supply the product. The EACs, Suffolk County should be in this list as well. The SBDCs, right? If you can need another opinion, right? Another type of specialty, also you can reach out to them at no cost to you. Um, and we have the procurement technical assistance centers. They specialize mainly in federal contracting. I always suggest, like, it's already a learning curve. The city or the state, pick one, focus on one, identify one or two agencies that you believe will buy your product or service. And until you secure a contract, then you move on to the next government layer. Because I seen pretty often that trying to get all the account, the city, the state, the federal, they're all over. And it's so the learning curve gets extended. You get frustrated before you land your first opportunity. And then like you end up say, oh, it's so much bureaucracy, right? So you ended up I have seen people very demotivated, right? Because they are trying to pursue too many avenues. And yes, there are some of them are quite complicated. So focus your effort in one government layer is the best way to go, in my opinion. But again, it's your call, right? And then how to do business with other state. You can visit this organization, right? And they give you basic information on how to break into other states if you're ready for that. Again, here we have the band rep system. Our link, the New York State contract system. This is where you can apply for the New York State MWB certification, and the system that I was mentioning, state financial system, statewide financial system, where you can track payments and request payments as well. And that's about it. Do you have any other questions? Um, Anybody? I'm so sad that I couldn't find good opportunities today, but if you believe that your product or service has potential for government contracts, please reach out to me, and we can schedule a one-on-one to truly verify if there is any opportunities for you.
Yes. I was searching and I saw quite a bit in Nassau County.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, purchasing departments, video, drone
Oh
services,
yeah.
Belmont Lake, parks and recreation, historical preservation. Well, it seems to be all there for me. I mean, wow, this is good.
Amazing. I'm glad to hear, David. Yes, like drone photography, it's another uh opportunity, and it's something that agencies are demanding more nowadays, right? You should, if you want to jump into that, there is actually a federal license that you need to obtain to be authorized to fly the drones. I saw it that one person had it before. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, right? Like I said, government contract might not be for every business, but if it's in your line, yes, you will find a few opportunities, right, that you have available.
Now, would that be listed as a commodity? Or because I see
Service
commodity service. Okay.
as a service, yeah. The drones photography.
Yeah, because I see here printing, they have like design commodities at the side. So I'm just trying to figure out if I know it's a service, but
Mhm.
it's seemingly under commodities also. So would that be the listing or, you
Right,
know, where exactly where you had filtered everything before? Remember
right.
the little filter that we had going
Yes.
across?
Yep, yep.
So, okay.
Let me actually check it out with you. Usually, David, like government employees are very good classifying ads. Just a few instances I have seen, like, yeah, it's totally wrong, the classification, right? It's up to
Mhm.
them. Uh, but drone photography services, for me, it should be, I think we even have a photography business classification, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, photography, video, and drone services.
Okay,
But
I
it
didn't
should
see
be
that
this
part.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So, and you have it here in services, because if you select the commodities, basically it's that they are buying drones for themselves. The police
Okay,
is buying drones, right? But so yep, yep, yep.
got it.
And that for you, David, is very straightforward, right? Like if I go here, do advanced search,
Hmm.
or the archive search, and since the your business is directly classified, you can easily see the opportunities, right? In your case, it will not be the keyword. You can go directly to the category, only select photography, video and drones, and see what is there.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yep. 14 right now, open, right? Oh yeah, this is
Yep.
the one they were mentioning.
Yeah. Yep. That's the one that I'm on. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but look at this. This says commodities.
Right.
Oh,
That's what I was asking about.
right,
So,
right. Let me see. I'm curious now. All Benchmark website for the. Yeah, let me see documents. There is no documents in here. They're sending you to out link to check the opportunity. So you have to be ready for that. It's either the documents in the documents tab or an external link. So let me see. Enter info. Oh, you have to register first to get
okay.
info. Because it said all vendors must be registered. So you have to be registered and then
When you say registered with a selective service
with the
department
county.
or with the
Yes.
county.
In these cases with NASA County, right? So some of them they have these little processes that you need to do, but let me see if the publication is in here.
David, you have to go to the, I think the Nassau County website, but you have to register as a vendor
Okay.
in
Right.
Nassau County
Okay. That's
with Nassau County.
okay. That's perfect.
So if you call the Office of Minority Affairs and speak with someone in that office, like David Shitty or someone, they could probably direct you to how you do that.
Okay.
All right. How you doing, David?
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir. Doing fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that something like a vendor's license? Because I know they're like temporary. I remember a long time ago I had one for like selling things because anybody who's selling anything will need to get a vendor's license to do that. So I'm trying to figure out if it's from the same department.
I know they have a separate link or a separate site that you have to go to. But like
Okay.
I said, it's not a vendor's license. You have to be registered in their system. So like
Okay.
my agency is registered as a vendor, and that's what
Okay.
you have to
Okay.
be that. Yeah.
And so I can get in touch with the person that you're so yes.
Call the Office of Minority Affairs. They'll be able to
Okay.
they'll tell you the link.
Okay. Thank you so
And
much.
Sorry.
even if
Sorry,
I
David.
even if I try to look at the PDF, it doesn't let me download because I don't have the account that they're instructing me to have, like Melrose was mentioning, because that's the first indication that I'm having in here that, yeah, I have to be a registered vendor. Um, but yeah, it seems that it's more a product supply in this case if they are selecting commodities. But I would be very curious to see the document that I couldn't download just to verify what is this about, right? So let's see, security camera system. I can actually reduce it so I actually have the the photography and also only consulting and other services, right? To avoid commodities because those are physical products. And let's see
Hmm.
if there's something in here. And now it was reduced to 4. RFP for media and publications consultant, Michigan Street, African American Heritage Corridor. Why it was shown, this is photography. Why it comes up that way? Camera kits. This is commodities. What is it? Audio visual recording monitoring system upgrade. Yeah, it didn't come up the right way. Well, yeah, you
Yeah.
can try also with photography, the keyword.
Okay.
Yeah, I have seen multiple opportunities related to photography, David. So yeah, it's
Okay.
what, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm actually a part of those other agencies that you were talking about, also Mox, the city.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I have all that, the vendor with PIP, I have all that.
I
So,
see.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Any other question? Gabriela, Melrose, Monique, Cindy, Betty, Clifton, Starella. Happy. We
No,
still have a few minutes.
just thank you very much. It's been very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome,
I
Melrose.
had a question.
Yes, Cindy, go ahead.
I wanted to find out how can we get a one-on-one with you? How can we
Yes,
connect?
I let me share actually my contact information. Thank
Okay,
you for that question.
thank you.
I was going to say the same thing.
So you can email me. And remember, you can also contact me in the contact us of the contract reporter. But here's my phone and my email. I'm more responsive via email because I'm always like doing two things at a time, right? So yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome, Cindy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Starella.
Oh, I had one other question.
Yes, go
I
ahead.
I know you said you were going to put the website in the chat. Were you
Yes.
able to put the website in the chat?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. I
If you
didn't
open
see it.
it, the link is there. Yep.
Oh, mhm. Thank you.
Jay, can you help us also sharing the link to the attendees?
Yeah, I don't see it in my chat either.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah,
uh-oh.
I don't think it's in the chat. No, I don't see it. It says
Okay,
host and
I just
panelists. Yeah.
yes, my bad. I just sent it to the panelists. Now I just send it to everyone.
Great. Got it.
Do
Thank
you have
you.
it?
Yes, thanks.
Fantastic, great. Sorry about that. I didn't see that one. Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you. Fantastic. So I'm always around, happy to help, and keep me posted to see how it goes, right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Have a good
much.
evening
Have a
and
good
happy
night.
Thanksgiving. Happy.
Thank you again.
All right,
Bye
goodbye.
bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye bye.